Here we are with Red, number one technician or suspension technician. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate.
Now, you're supporting a couple of riders. Who are they?
Assisting Jimmy Smith on the CBR, factory CBR Honda, and young Alistair Hugenbusen on the G6600. And I'm giving Lyndon McGee a little bit of support as well, who's riding the Moggy's BMW.
Yeah. And also the pro twins of Dean James and Jeff Kelly. You've put a lot of input into those. Don't leave us out.
Yeah. I've helped you guys a little bit too, and hopefully you're going well.
No, we're loving it. We're loving it. Now, how did you get to this position of with the suspension?
Well, I don't know, mate.
Well, you're a racer, and then did you get a bit too slow, mate, or what's the story?
Nah, I found when I did the Britain event back in '04, that was my last sort of proper time racing in New Zealand superbikes, and that's when my team really started to pick up a bit more.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, I had Ray Clee in that with me. I had Ray Clee in that with me, yeah. And that really started going, and I'd stopped racing then. I found that with me not racing, I was able to put a lot more effort into the team, and we started getting better results.
So your team holds how many titles did it grab?
Oh, I think we've got 6 so far.
6 New Zealand Superbike titles.
5 and a 600 title. Dennis Charlotte rode me for a year and won the title that year as well.
Oh man, so you got to be pretty proud of how things are going.
Yeah, not bad, eh? No, it's good. I mean, it's good. I mean, Robbie and I were together 7 years, so it feels a bit strange not having Robbie here, to be honest. Missed the little Aussie.
So you supported Robbie as well over in Australia, so you were flying backwards and forwards?
Well, I had a contract with Suzuki Australia where I would fly to Aussie and basically do what I was doing here for him over there, and we were like a satellite of the factory Australian team. And then and as time progressed on over the following years, we actually became more and more integrated with the team, which was really cool because I learned a fantastic amount of Phil Tatum, who has been doing it for 25 or so years. Old Phil has, and he's won numerous Australian titles.
So it's not something you can just pick up a book and read and then off you go, is it? It's something you've got to learn and be at the track and understand. How difficult is it to get information out of a particular rider? Because you need to hear what he's having so you can change or improve, or
like when Jimmy Smith rode for me, and now I'm helping him again, and Robbie, you could go one click or 1 pound, and they give you fantastic feedback. When I first started looking after Alistair, he'd come from a 125, and he just, because there's not much suspension movement on a 125, he wasn't that good at giving the feedback. But now he's getting really, a lot better at giving the feedback, and it's the correct feedback too. When he says something is happening, I'm able to pretty well pinpoint it the first time through. So it's very important. If a rider can't give you the feedback, I mean, sometimes they can still get a bit confused from, say, they think it might be the front end pushing, but why is that happening? Could be because there's too much grip from the rear and it's actually pushing the front. So it's not so much a problem with the front, it could be you just need to try and sort out the rear a bit more so it doesn't push the front so much. So you've got to be aware of all these other things, and for someone, I don't think there'll be anyone around who says they know it all, because just with the change of tyres every year, and just the change of bikes, the track conditions, the temperature, all these
so many factors.
You've got no control of, and so you've got to do your best with the bike setup that you can get within a certain zone where the rider's 100% happy and you can go as hard as you can.
Now we just about saw old Chimmy click off his first Superbike win and just got pipped by Scott Moyer.
Yes.
I mean, that must have been pretty hard for the whole team, and I know I was really gutted for him. As much as I'm happy for Scotty to get his first win too.
Yeah, well, it's his first win too, which I think is fantastic. Scotty, this is only his 3rd proper year of riding road bikes coming from motocross. I mean, it's a fantastic result. And he's riding an old Robbie bike. One of Robbie's, I think it was Robbie's
an 07, I think.
K7, I think it was when Robbie was with Stroudy when we first came over. Yeah. So but hey, the engine's been built by Ray Clee, and Ray always builds fantastic motors. They've definitely got grunt.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why it can't be a competitive bike. And if you've got someone of Scotty's ability on it, and he's a very good learner, and yeah, well, there's the result, isn't it? And, but Jimmy, I was gutted. Really gutted for Jimmy. It would have been his first Superbike win as well, and I think it would have really helped him get back into the groove that I know he's got. But we're getting there. I mean, like last year, sadly, he was on a bike that was 4 or 5 years old. That chassis had been thrown down the road by other riders so many times that it was like a bag of spaghetti, and there's no way you can get a bag of spaghetti go around corners,
even with the talent that Jimmy is.
Well, he rode for me, Jimmy rode me 5 years, crashed 3 times in 5 years. Rode that bike and he crashed it 3 times in that first round.
Yeah.
It was just a pile of,
not the best.
Not the best. Now we've got a new chassis. You see the result now. That's the thing with the new chassis, and it just makes all the difference.
With Al, he seems to be on a, coming back from an injury, seems to be humming.
Yeah, we're just a bit disappointed. We because of the limited number of tyres you're allowed to use, you got to be careful with your compound selection. And the Dunlop's are fantastic tyres, but the Dunlop soft does not react as well on a colder track compared to the Pirelli. Pirelli soft still seems to have that edge for a cooler track. So we had to make a call that because you use the qualifying tyre has to then be used again in that race. We made the call with this track temp of 26 degrees to run the medium hard Dunlop. And he was on front row and he was quite confident, and yet when he went out on that tyre again for the actual race, no grip whatsoever, which is really disappointing, because he's riding very well, and he's going to get faster and faster. And I think so. Tomorrow, I think if things go well, we should be able to use the compound we want to use, and he'll be right there. So
now we're going to see you on a bike soon, or you're going to keep away, or what's Red doing? Is he going to
I've still got my TLR, still sitting there.
In pieces, or is it actually?
Pieces? No, it's not pieces. I'm building up a Speedway TLR motor for a Speedway guy, so it's given me a bit of motivation because I've got there were I think 4 Yoshimura motors built for the TLR, and I've basically got one of them, so I need to pull my finger and get it done, because it'll be great. But then on saying that, because I've put so much money into it, I just won't want to ride it hard. But then I will get my Super Motard sorted out too, and I'll get that running. But I'm really keen on seeing what the new Super Duke's like. I reckon, maybe I'll get a new Super Duke and maybe do the odd track day with that, or just buy one of the older ones and then just do my own suspension and that on it and tune it, and I think that would be a pretty fun competitive bike as well.
So you're back working as a fireman?
Yeah, I'm back firefighting again.
That must be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I missed it. I did miss it. This time I'm actually based out of the airport now instead of being in town, but it's slightly different in that. It's a bit more specialised. You got to with the aircraft and that, but it's good. Good bunch of guys. Good shift system. 2 days, 2 nights, 4 off.
Also,
so it allows me to do the bike still.
So I think one time when I ran into you, were going up for a fireman's competition. How did that go? Kick ass?
No, nothing. Look, it was my first year. It was a firefighter combat challenge at the New Zealand Nationals, and first time I did it, and not as good as I wanted to go. And I know I could have done better. Just bad technique. It wasn't fitness anyway. My fitness was plenty good enough. It was just bad technique and just a couple of things stuffed me up. But the World Firefighter Games are on in August, so in America this year. So
you going over?
Well, it's the plan to compete in
Excellent.
Combat Firefighter Challenge and also compete in the World's Toughest Firefighter as well. So.
Oh, fantastic! Well, hey Red, it's great to catch up. Really appreciate the time and effort. I think you're doing a great job for our